Hello, today I want to discuss the basic elements to capitalism from a conservative perspective. I am unaware of how a socialist would take a look at this, but this is a conservative perspective. Now, what we are going to discuss is supply and demand, first of all. It's what the whole thing is based off of. And I'm going to read to you the definition of capitalism. Okay, from the dictionary. An economic system in which the means of production and distribution are privately owned and development is proportionate to the accumulation of reinvestment and profits gained in a free market. Again, an economic system in which the means of production and distribution are privately, corporately owned, and development is proportionate to the accumulation and reinvestment of profits gained in a free market. Now, to a capitalist, what you would have is you would have this thing here, and you would have this thing here, and what it would represent is like this kind of like, I don't know, kind of like curve thing. And you would have, dollars up there, and you would have your supply down here, or demand, okay? And what happens is there's this line that goes right through the middle, okay? And what happens is when you have a shortage, or when you don't charge enough money, you end up here and here, okay? And your demand does not meet the supply because you charge too little for it. And now you're stuck with like the demand and the shortage. You don't reach all the people. And if you go too high, you'll have another problem. It's where you have this much supply and this much demand. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And you won't have enough. You will have too much supply. All right, this is the supply. So you have too much supply and too little demand because you charge too much and you did not meet the middle. And this is the maximum profit zone right here. This is where most money can possibly be made off of this business, and all your product that you have created is sold. This is number one right here. This is the price that you want to sell at. All right, and this is how capitalism works. All right, no shortage, no surplus. All right, and no shortage. Okay, so that is how the supply and demand works in a capitalist system. Now, self-managing. The capitalist system runs itself. There is no need for any kind of management. The government has nothing to do. It runs itself because it's a private industry. And all the people that are involved take care of it, and it thrives on its own due to businesses succeeding. As long as those corporations succeed, the whole government will succeed. That's how it works. So the more businesses succeed, the more the entire country will prosper and become wealthy. A lot of the left agenda, which is socialism, feel as though we need to take the rich and drag them down to be the same level as the poor, so that we're all poor, and it will be equality then, or somewhat poor, I guess. In capitalism, they want to take the poor and lift them up to the level of the rich, so everybody's wealthy. And they want multiple classes in capitalism that you can work your way up and earn your way up to the top. A wealthy government, or a powerful government people that really want more money, that are powerful in the government, hate capitalism because they want the money of the businesses. They want that money coming to them and not the people, or not, free enterprise owners, entrepreneurs that have that money. They don't want them to have it. They might insist upon the notion of equality of the classes, and this is what they do in socialism, okay? This is what they do in communism. They want all the same class. by way of restricting freedom of the people and limiting their ability to work in a free enterprise. They would be as slaves or as helpless and hopeless at the hands and the mercy of the state, basically. Socialism leads to inflation, recession, and government corruption, and often, if it gets to be as bad as communism, it can lead, or socialism, it leads to genocide, such as Saddam Hussein, Hitler, who were both socialists. They committed some huge genocides. Capitalism, the bad thing about capitalism is tax evasion. And that can often just simply be a matter of if they are cronies with the state. And the state allowed them to have that tax evasion or allowed them to have the benefit of, working with the government. So, that's cronyism, that's bad, and tax evasion is also bad. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.